Episode number 1. Flosstube number 1. Exciting. Fresh new start. Fresh new year. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch. Stitching Goddess Designs is my channel. My name is Athena. And some of you may already know me from previous Flosstubes, from working with other people. I have so much going on, but I'm so excited to sit down and do a Flosstube and catch you guys up on what I've been doing personally. I have so many exciting things happening. I cannot wait to share. So if you stumbled across this page and you do not know what's going on, this is Flosstube. This is our own little corner of YouTube that is dedicated to cross stitching and other needleworks and stuff like that. My channel is mostly going to be cross stitching. I will be talking about another little side thing that I've got going on. I'm super excited about. I have so much exciting stuff. So let's just get into it. I'm going to do a quick introduction for anybody who hasn't already met me through other avenues. I am living in Blue Springs, Missouri, just a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri. I am a Denver native, though, born and raised in Denver, Colorado. Broncos fan, diehard, which makes it kind of hard living over here in Chiefs country, especially since they're going to another Super Bowl. I'm sort of the opposite of Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. She is from Kansas City but lives in Colorado. Well, I'm from Colorado and I live in Kansas City. So I always thought it was kind of funny. I'm her opposite. Let's see, what else can I tell you? And I'm going to try to slow down because when I'm nervous, I speed talk. So I am mom to 3 boys. They are 18, 16, and 13. My 16-year-old just turned 16, just got his driver's license, drove himself to school for the first time today, picked up his little brother from the middle school. It's so exciting. I'm feeling liberated. I'm going to try to keep looking at the camera and not at myself. So if you see me switching back and forth, that's why. Let's see what else. I have an amazing, wonderful husband. We've been married for 18 years and just super happy to be on this journey of life with him. I work at an elementary school part-time. I do attendance, answer the phones in the morning, kind of help keep the morning rush under control. And then I'm off for the afternoons. So I'm usually home when the boys get home and I go to work after they go to school. So it's a really wonderful working hours. That way I can be home watching these teenagers, making sure they're not getting into trouble. Cause, oh boy, they cause some trouble. My 18-year-old, my oldest, graduated during the pandemic. Super fun. I was really looking forward to his graduation. It was going to be an amazing celebration, and it kind of got sidetracked through everything. I think we still managed to pull off a pretty good celebration, but I was kind of bummed. My oldest and his graduation was just a little weird. He's still at home, still looking for his path, but I think he'll find it, hopefully. Hopefully he won't be 30 and still living here. Anyways, let's see. What else? Okay, so I told you about part-time work at the elementary school, which is super fun right now. Working at a school with littles and face masks and COVID and all that is just, it's a heightened level of stress. Even more than it was before. It's always kind of a stressful job, but besides that, I work with Katie and Laura Landis. They are the owners, creators of the Black Needle Society and Love You More Studios book sleeves. 2 different companies, but they are both the everything behind those 2 different companies. I run customer service for both of the companies, which means I'm running all of the emails, all of the I didn't get this, or can you help me explain this, all of those kinds of emails, just helpful emails. So I run all the emails. They run everything else, literally everything else. They are super amazing. So Love You More book sleeves. I have one right here. They make these amazing. This is a full size. This is not a small one. I don't know that I don't have a small one right here with me, but this is a bigger size one. I can't show you anything with comparison here. Oh, here you go. Here's a small half-size chart, and that will fit obviously very easily. Here is a full-size chart. That fits in there too. So what I have in there right now is actually full size. I don't want to pull it out because you'll see the pattern, but amazing squishy book sleeves. They are meant to hold your books and keep your books clean. Michelle Bendy, I think, may have been one of the first ones to realize that, hey, these can hold projects. These, I mean, everything kind of sticks in there really well. You know, well, floss. Everything sticks in there really well. It doesn't have a closure on top, but I mean, as long as you're not tipping it upside down and shaking it, they're gonna stay in there. So a lot of cross stitchers have started jumping on the bandwagon here and buying sleeves. So that's one of their businesses that I run customer service for. The one that is more geared toward cross stitching is the Black Needle Society, where we do boxes. I'm not going to open this box here. No spoilers here. Date with your stitching. This was their January subscription box. The first box in the subscription service has officially started this year. There's the company logo there. Branded box with our amazing scissors on it. This is all Katie and Laura are amazing. Sorry, excuse me. No spoilers again, but look at that. Isn't that so amazing when you first open up your box? That's so cool. So these are cross stitch / lifestyle retreat in a box. It says it right there at the top, retreat in a box. They're going to have some lifestyle items. They're going to have some cross stitch items. I'm going to say we a lot. Try to gear a lot of the products that more towards cross stitching. You might have things like, ooh, we got fingerless gloves one time. I never knew I needed fingerless gloves until I had them. They're amazing. Candles, lotions, perfumes. I'm trying to think. Note cards, little notebooks, different fun lifestyle bath bombs type things. To just kind of help you pamper yourself for your retreat in a box. The rest are going to be cross stitch items. You're going to have, you know, a pattern. You can have a needle minder, specialty floss, could have fabric, all of these different things. Each box is curated differently. Each box has a different theme. I don't want to go into it too terribly much. I already kind of have. I'm super excited about this company, about this business. It's right in its baby stages still, and it's already exploding. Like, I can just see this is going to be a major thing, and I'm so happy that for my friends that this is taking off for them, but I'm so happy that I'm able to be a part of this team and that they invited me along for the ride, because it's going to be so much fun. Our big thing right now is Frogworks. Frogworks is a Harry Potter themed cross stitch box, lifestyle box, plus the retreat. So the retreat, we do our digital retreats, which is amazing and genius, but it was inspired because of COVID. We can't get together in person, so we do the digital retreats, and Katie and Lara blow it out of the park with everything that they plan during these digital retreats. It's amazing. So that's a little bit about me and what I do. So the school plus customer service for those two companies, and then I got crazy and decided I wanted to do a little something on the side. So let's see where my phone went. There it is. Sorry, everything's on the floor. Okay, so I've decided that I got a Cricut, and I see a need for cross-stitch shirts. I was going to go buy some cross-stitch shirts. I want some cross-stitch. There really isn't a whole avenue for buying those. I decided I'm going to design some. I'm going to make them. I'm going to sell them. I am not looking to turn this into a huge ordeal where I'm working full-time making t-shirts, but I mean, if I get a few orders a week, I'm happy. If I get a few orders a month, I'm happy. If I get no orders this month, well, that just means you were spending your money on cross-stitch instead of cross-stitch shirts, and I'm still happy. So I'm going to show you a few pictures of some shirts that I have done because I have amazing, supportive friends, and they've already ordered some from me. So here's one. I got so much procrastinating done today, but I sure did stitch a lot. So, here's another one. I cross stitch. Let me turn down the brightness and see if that'll help me a little bit. I cross stitch. Proof that I can stab something 1,000 times. Yep. Proof I have the patience to stab something 1,000 times. And this one, this is all from my mind. So I'm super proud of this one. It's a cross stitch thing you wouldn't understand. And it's got all of our acronyms all over the place. I feel like when you're first tuning in to a Flosstube for the first time, you're just like, what are all these words? They just keep shouting words at me, and I know because I felt the same exact way. When I first started watching Flosstube, I was like, what is a whip? What is an LNS? What is a SAL? What's FFO? What's UFO? UFO? Aliens? We've got aliens here. There's so many. So I took all of those and so many more and put them on that shirt, and just, it's a cross stitch thing. And hopefully as I'm going along and I'm talking, and hopefully I will remember if I'm using an acronym or a phrase that is uniquely ours, I will try to remember to shout it out. WIP, W-I-P, work in progress. That's one you're going to hear a lot. LNS also, which is a local needlework store. So, and an LNS is just, it doesn't even have to be local. It could be an LNS anywhere that I manage to travel to. And I do actually travel to quite a bit in my area. I will go probably 4 hours out of my way to get to an LNS. Even though I do have one here in Blue Springs, Missouri as well. I'm very fortunate. But it is a smaller one. So traveling out to some of those bigger ones. And plus, every store has their own idea of what they want to carry, what designers they carry, and different stuff like that. So it's nice to get out and see other stores and see different designers that they carry. So again, doing those cross-stitch shirts, no pressure, none at all. I'm totally fine. If it's something that you might be interested in, go ahead and feel free to join my group. I think I've got like 10 people in there now, which I'm super excited about. It's called Stitching Goddess Designs, same as the Flosstube here, and it is a private group. So answer those 3 questions. There are 3, 1, 2, 3. It just kind of lets me know that you are a stitcher and you're not some troll or bot or weirdo that wants to send pictures to women in a private group. No, we don't want those. I'm good. Okay. That's my introduction. That's all me. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes down here. So, yes. Customer service. I work at the school. I'm selling those t-shirts now. All the info for those t-shirts, it's all in the group. If you have any questions, of course, you can always message me there too. Okay. Big thing I wanted to talk about 14 minutes in, and now I'll get to the big thing. Plans. 2021 plans, goals, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Last official whip count was 50. 50. A little bit of my stitching history. I stitched when I was in my early 20s and teens. Did some birth announcements for my boys. Did some stuff in my teens too, not too much. Gave it up as the kids got older, more activities, more everything. And then got back into it 2019. Yeah, I think 2019. So it'll be 2 years now. I kind of got back into it. I started stitching the giant Harry Potter, and then found out about Magical Stitches, which I believe was the 2019 year. Yeah, it was. So it was 2019. This Magical Stitches took me down all the rabbit holes. I went from one whip to like 20 instantly, just instantly. And now I'm at 50. So I'm not really in any more of those stitching challenge kind of groups anymore where you're stitching points and counting your stitches. I kind of got burned out. I was super into the Harry Potter because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. Massive Harry Potter nerd. A lot of my whips are Harry Potter related. A lot of what I'm working on. I've got a whole Harry Potter room in my house. I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. And proud of it. So, plans and goals this year. The two things that I have joined. I did a whip go. I drank the Kool-Aid. Laura from, Black Needle Society. Laura also has her own Flosstube with Keisha, and they're the Pattern Queens. And then myself, Laura, and Katie do another Flosstube for the Black Needle Society. So I'm kind of just all over the place. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, she turned me on to the Whip Go. And I started looking into it, and I said, you know what? I have a lot of whips. I want to whip down. I definitely want to get that number down and get some of these finished, because I have found a product stitcher, not a process stitcher. I believe there's two different kinds of stitchers. There are process stitchers who enjoy the process of cross stitch. They're doing it because it's a hobby that they like to do. When it's done, I feel like a lot of the process stitchers have a drawer or a box somewhere where all of those finished pieces lay waiting for an FFO. FFO, fully finished object. Which means you've put it in a frame. You've finished it into a wall hanging, a pillow, a something. I am a product stitcher. I do enjoy the process of cross stitching. Obviously, I wouldn't do it if I didn't, but I'm working towards that product. As soon as it comes off that Q-snaps or that hoop or whatever and it's finished, I am itching to FFO it. I already know how I'm going to finish it, where I want it hung in my house, what I'm going to use it for. I already know before I even start the project. I need to have that planned out in my head before I will even stitch it, if that makes sense. Obviously all my Harry Potter projects, they're going to go in my Harry Potter room. I'm going to eventually someday start the washing room, the from Hands On Design, I believe, the washy, irony, those ones. And hang those in my, washing room. And then, everything that I stitch, I know where it's going to go. It has a plan, it has a purpose. So I want to start getting some of those whips done. I want to see them up on my wall. I want to see them displayed, what they're intended to do. So Whip Go, I think, is going to help me get there. I have a lot of my bigger projects on there, so I can definitely start seeing some progress on them, and it will encourage me to get these projects done. I've also got some smaller ones on there that really, there's no reason they shouldn't be done. So, Whip Go, and I have that board. I can show you. It's posted on my Instagram too if you really want a close-up of it, but it kind of just looks like this. I numbered mine the wrong way. So I guess I wasn't paying attention. I'm new to this. I numbered it like I thought a bingo board would be numbered down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on, even though it obviously doesn't match up. But you're supposed to number them 1 through 25, and 13 is going to be your free space. But everybody else numbers them this way, and I figured just to stick with the continuity, so everybody's got the same square called at the same time, you're going to stitch across. So this is hosted by Jessie Does Stuff, or Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Darn it, I'm sorry. She's got a Flosstube herself where she talks about all of that. I'm horrible. I should know this. She's, yeah, Jessie Does Stuff. Jessie Does Stuff. There we go. She's on Instagram as just Jessie. Nope, Jessie Does Stuff. And her Flosstube is Jessie Does Stuff. So she hosts this. She's got a video where she talks about all of it in great detail. Go check that out. Watch that if it's something you want to do. We're still in January, so plenty of time for anybody to jump on if they want to jump on. She calls 2 numbers every month. Those are the numbers you work on. Those are the goals you work on. So for this month, we're just going to jump into this. I'm going to cover WIPs as I'm talking about my goals and plans. She's called number 6 and 18, and then she called 13. So I think she called 13 like first number out, which is our free space. So she's going to call 3 this month because 13 is your free space. I went ahead and put something in my free space, a small something, just because I was feeling ambitious when I made this, I guess. So, oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump you guys. Okay, let's go with number 6 first. So in my square for number 6, I have Something Wicked. And I've put down that I want to get 1,000 stitches in on Something Wicked. So, Something Wicked, I think everybody probably will recognize this, is this giant shoe. Oh my god. I need to move the Q snaps because it still is going to keep going. And then it's going to loop around. People, this shoe will never end. I've been stitching it forever. Let's see, I've got the pattern in here, and this is another Love You More sleeve. Oh, that's showing up so good on that camera. Oh, I love this sleeve. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you can tell it's still gonna go a ways out there and curl around. And this is from La Di Da, and this is Something Wicked from La Di Da, and it says, by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Now, for me, it's Halloweenish, but it is also Harry Potter, because if you are a Potter nerd like me, you will know they sing that in one of the movies. It's not really in the books, but it's in the movies. It's the Frog Choir. This fabric is called Heather, and it's 18 count Aida from Picture This Plus, and it's purple, mainly purple, but it's got some like tan modeling in there. It's not solid purple, and I have a whole nother piece this size. I cut it basically in half for this one, and then I will get, or maybe I was planning on just I don't know what my plan was, but I will have enough to do the nose, the one with the big long nose. I can't remember what it's called. It might be Double Double or Toil and Trouble, because it's that line from that poem as well. So that was my number 6. My goal was 1,000 stitches, or is 1,000 stitches. I'm not quite there yet. I think I still need 100 something stitches maybe ish. So I'm almost there. Almost there. I'm recording this today is January 25th, and you probably won't see this until Wednesday. So, but I'm almost there. So super proud on this one. My free space goal was 200 stitches on a project, and I did that easy peasy. I think that was like one day. So, this was sorry, everything is behind me on this bed, so I'm gonna have to keep reaching behind me. 2 years now, so it's once you're at 2 years, it's a tradition, right? You've already created it. For 2 years now, I have had a new start for Christmas break. When I work at a school, I know everybody has their new year new starts. Well, for me, if I do a new year new start, I'm only going to get a couple of days on it because then we're back to school. I want to do a Christmas break start, which on the first day of Christmas break, I'm breaking out something and I'm starting it. For 2 years now, it's been a huge project. So last year it was a Hade. It was a Slytherin Hade. I think it's called Cunning. And this year was Death by Cross Stitch. Long Dog Sampler. Oh yeah. So in my free space was to put 200 stitches on this project. Now, my sweet loving husband was like, wow, you're really moving on that. You're going to be done in no time. Oh, honey. I only have the top little tiny corner done. Here is my progress on this one. You can see my fabric, my floss back there. That's okay. And before anybody even asks, I'm going to tell you what this floss is. This is just an 18 count off-white kind of cream looking Aida. 18 count is my jam. That's my sweet spot. Here's my floss. It's a variegated. It goes from blue to purple to pink. The blue is kind of a tealish kind of a color. This is from, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is from Dying for Cross Stitch. Kathy Davidson is her name. She has a Facebook group. She has a website. She dyes and then she sells what she dyes. That's it. She does have some re-dyes that she does, and I believe that this is one of the re-dyes, but she doesn't do them regularly. She does them on her own schedule when she wants to. It's kind of a you get what you get kind of a thing from her every week. I think she posts her stuff up for sale like on Saturday or Sunday, and she does have like a floss of the month. She also does fabric. God, this is amazing. Amazing. I upset quite a few people because I did the math and I knew I was going to need 9 of them. So I bought 9 skeins of this amazing floss. It is the unicorn colorway. So keep your eye out. Maybe some weeks, some days, some year, she will have unicorn for sale. If you're absolutely dying for this, just keep going back and checking every week. I stocked and stocked and stocked her page. And this was back before she had the website. And you had to me please as fast as you could to get what you wanted. And I just kept watching every week for that one colorway that just screamed at me, because I knew I wanted to use some of her variegated floss for Death by Cross Stitch. I just didn't know what colorway I really wanted. I don't know. And then I saw this one and I died. And then I saw it was called Unicorn and I died all over again, because unicorn, I'm obsessed with unicorns too. I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I knew it was meant to be, and I got all of them. So excited. So very excited. So I put 200 stitches in this. Like I said, it's Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers, 18 count Aida, unicorn floss. Did I cover all of the things? This was my free space for WhipGo. 200 stitches in there. I'm repeating myself. I'm going to walk away. Okay. Then number 18. If you've seen me before on any other channels, I have these confetti cross stitch pieces from, oh, sorry, hang on, I have one right here. Oh, sorry. I don't remember who made these. This is an Etsy designer. Silhouette Stitch. There we go. Perfect. I have completed all 3 of these. Here's one of my completions. There's the cup. Tiny bit of language here. These are confetti hell. I carried that floss everywhere like nobody's business. You can maybe see it. I know you can probably see it right there. I don't care. Nope. If you're going to come up to my house and you're going to super zoom in and you're going to, nope. I don't care. I carried it all over the place. This was number 3 that was done. Yeah, this is crooked too. I don't care. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is probably one of the first Harry Potter Etsy design thingies that I bought. I was still doing, Clouds Factory, giant Harry Potter. Someday I'll bring that and I'll show it, but it's on my Instagram if you want to see it right now. Never again. I just really thought it was a really cool looking design. This is confetti. Hell. Fun fact, confetti, there's another word. It just means that you've got one color here, one color here, one color here, one color here, and you're just constantly jumping around all over the place, and it just makes for a really slow stitch that you really have to concentrate on. Don't like them. No. I like the overall product. They're done, but getting there is a beast. So number 18 on my whip go is to finish this one. So when I started, I had both of these. It's divided into 4 pages. So I had these pages 1 and 2 done. So all I need to do is finish pages 3 and 4. If I just sat down and did it and just really put some hours into it, I would be done. But it is so taxing that I can't put more than 30 minutes at a time into this piece. So that's basically what I've been doing, is about 30 minutes a day. And I'm pretty much done. Oh, you can see me carrying it. Yeah. I'm pretty much done with page 3. So I've got page 4 left to do. You can kind of see exactly where the page is. Yeah. And I'm not afraid of my backside. I'll show you that backside. Look at that. That is a hot mess, and I do not care. Have you guys seen that picture floating around? Everybody just says it's like the front of your back, or the front of your piece, and it's Aquaman looking beautiful. And the back of your piece, and I can't even remember who it is, but it looks some ugly guy. Yeah, that's front looking good, especially when you can't see it. There you go. Here. Look, see? You can't see those carried threads. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then the back. Nightmare. I have a week left in this month. So I've got to finish this. I've got to buckle down and I've just got to get it done. It does have quite a, it's not as terrible as the other ones. So this is the number of colors I've got, but you just have to switching and switching and switching and it's just, okay, that's enough. I've talked about that enough. That's 18 count Ada as well. That's silhouette stitch. I couldn't even tell you what they were called. They were probably called Confetti Hell. Okay. Those were my 3 calls for the Whip Go. The only other thing that I'm really doing as far as like challenge stitching, goal type stitching this year is I'm doing the 25/7 challenge from Julie McConnell. She is the owner of Reflections, which is an LNS up in Omaha. And she's just put it out there, and she's made a Facebook group. It's private. If you want to know how to get access to it and join, you need to go watch her Flosstube, which is just Julie McConnell. Sorry, guys. Julie McConnell. I had Taco Bell for lunch, which always sounds really good, right? And then later on, you're like, oh, Lord, what was I thinking? Okay, anyways, tangent. Julie McConnell has her own Flosstube. Go check that out. Back up a little bit, maybe to the beginning of the year. You'll see where she talks about the 25/7 challenge. Jump in, jump on board. I think she's going to do random, maybe type winner drawing thingies. I'm not sure. It might just be for like a gift card to her store. or a free pattern from her or something like that. The challenge is to stitch 25 stitches a day on one project. You pick your one project, you put in a minimum of 25 stitches a day, every day, which for me is really hard because there are some days where I'm just like, I don't want to. I only work 4 hours at that school, but bless the people that work there all day, because there are days I come home and I just stare at the wall, like traumatized, like what did I just go through? I work at a rougher school, I think, too. Anyways, I have had some days where I've missed some days, but for the most part, so far, I've been doing good. And I chose to do 25 minutes instead of 25 stitches. In hindsight, I maybe should have done the 25 stitches because, I mean, seriously, how long does it take you to do 25 stitches? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes? That's not that bad. You can do that. 25 minutes is a lot harder to commit yourself to, especially when by the time you feel like you're finally ready to stitch, it's like 8 o'clock at night and you're like, do I really want to pick this up? But I've been doing it. I think for this project, I went ahead and picked something I think that I like. It is kind of confetti-ish too, but I'm loving it. It's stitching up a lot quicker than the confetti hell over there. But I think for my next project, once I get this one finished, I'm going to pick a bigger piece that I'm maybe struggling to touch every day. So, but having this out and having it right there and ready to go every single day, sitting in your stitching spot, I mean, it's already in its hoop, or a Q-snap or whatever, and it's just sitting right there, everything's laid out, it's ready to go. It's so easy to just pick it up and go, which I really like. So, I have this in a Garon tote bag. This is the only one I have, and this came in the Black Needle Society Nice List box. That we had for Advent box that we had for December. If you got all 25 days, you got one of these. So, what I am working on for 25 stitches, it is a Shannon Christine design that is meant to be 3 patterns, but I am stitching them in a row on like a street all together as one. So the first one is Peppermint's House. I've deemed it the first one because it's the first one I stitched. I stitched it right in the middle. I got rid of the border. I kind of just did the top and the bottom. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But we've got Peppermint's House, and this one is already done. And then the next one, the one I'm currently doing, is Gingy's House. And I'm almost finished. I've got some back stitching and fine details to put in, and I will be done with this one. And then the third one, which I have not even started yet, is Gumdrop's House. So, in order for this piece to be finished for me, for my 25/7 challenge, all 3 of them will be done. Since I'm stitching them all as a unit, I need all 3 of them to be done in order to call it done. So, here it is. It's kind of getting blown out, but it is a really light blue. Yeah, you can see it better. It's a really light blue fabric. This is Picture This Plus. Katie and Lara gave it to me for Christmas, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. I don't think that I kept the tag. Darn it. This one is still up and underneath the Q-snap. I don't really want to take it out of the Q-snap right now because then that defeats my whole ready-to-go purpose. Needle Minder from the Black Needle Society. A lot of stuff I'm going to have is from the Black Needle Society. But like I said, you can see I'm almost done, and you can see the border. There you go. Now you can see it. So I've put the snowflakes in, but I've extended this border to go across the whole, it'll go across the whole thing. And you look at that back stitching, that just brings it to life. So you can see I have quite a bit of back stitching left to do. Can you see everything there? Yep. All of the little gumdrops know if you can see them, but they've got French knots. Ooh, pardon my nails. They've got French knots in them. So I've got to go and put all those French knots all over the place there. Oh, I just realized I haven't finished that heart out yet. I need to finish that. And there's a couple of spots. Odds and ends. Some more snow. But, yeah. I love this. It's going to be super cute. All three of those together. Fun fact, I did not have a lot of super into Halloween. Love Halloween. Love Harry Potter. Had all of that kind of stuff just already started, kitted up, owned patterns, everything. I didn't have a lot of, and this is 18 count too, didn't have a lot of Christmas. Had a few patterns, but not really a lot. And in Black Needle Society, we did a 12 starts of Halloween, or 12 stitches of Halloween. Not Halloween. See how much I like Halloween? 12 stitches or 12 starts of Christmas. And whoo, yeah, I started 12 things and then some. I went a little crazy with the Christmas. And I fell in love with Shannon Christine. That's how I found her, was through Christmas. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Last whip for January. This is the only other thing I've been working on this January. This is 3 trail stitches or 3 trail stitchers. One of those. They have a Flosstube. Go check them out. Wow, I'm shining on a lot of Flosstubes. There's 3 of them, sometimes 4. Carrie is the main host, and then her sister, her cousin, her mom sometimes join her, sometimes don't. They've started a kind of, I think they call it like a spotlight of the month, where they're going to pick a designer. I think that's only Etsy designers, but don't quote me to that. They're going to pick a designer, and then they're going to stitch that designer that month. It's just a way of maybe people getting to know different designers on Etsy, different people that are maybe out of your realm. So they chose, for this month, Good Morning Maui, who I believe I had heard of, but I'd never really perused her Etsy before. And this is the pattern. I'm so sorry, Carrie's sister. I can't remember your name. Sarah? I think it's Sarah. She stitched this train like less than 24 hours. I don't even know what she was doing. Like, oh my God, I don't know. She stitched that so fast. But she decided to do this one, and I fell in love. And when she said that she was planning on doing all 7 books, I'm a sucker for a series. If you make a cross stitch into a series, I'm gonna buy them all. I have a collecting. I'm addicted to collecting. That's a thing, right? I feel like that's a thing. But I just love this. This is so cool. Look at, will you stop it with Fluffy? Oh my goodness. So adorable. Okay. Good Morning Maui on Etsy. Go check her out. And TTS, I can look real quick. Hold the phone. Ha, I'm holding the phone. Super quick here. It's 3 Trails Stitchers, and the hashtag is TTS Maui Sal. So that's what they're doing this month. They're spotlighting Good Morning Maui, and that's my start. So I've got a word done, and I've got McGonagall's hat done. And I must not tell lies. These things, I don't know what they're called. You can find them on Amazon, but I love these. I love these. They're just keeping my fabric all together. That was a gift from Katie and Laura. This project I have in a Judy bag. Judy makes the best bags. They all have a kind of a flap fold over with an elastic band and an adorable coordinating button that she chooses. Love the inside fabric. Judy's Project Bags. Judy's Bags and More. Something like that. On Facebook, she's got her own group where she sells those. And then I've got a little accessory bag in there holding all my floss. So, and the accessory bag was from the Black Needle Society. Oh, fabric. I don't know. It's Picture This Plus. I don't have it. Whimsy? You know what? That's on my phone too. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you, Whimsy, I was right. And it's actually 16 count. Wow. 16 count. Whimsy. Picture This Plus. A lot of the stuff I'm going to show you here is probably already on Instagram. And when I post on Instagram, I do post all the information. So go check that out there. I'm not going to guarantee 100% that I'm going to keep up with the notes here. Look how nice. That full-size pattern, that in the hoop, it's in a, that's probably a 10-inch hoop. All fits in this bag perfectly. Boom. Love it. 11 by 11 Q-snap will fit in these bags. I have some in there. Deep breath. We're 46 minutes in for our first Flosstube. Holy cow. I've been busy this month. I really have. I wanted to show you I've got the habit tracker. I think I picked this up at Walmart. Super cheap. So, you know, it just really cute little book. And it's not by month. Like, it's just got some tabs for you. I guess you could do it by month if you wanted to. But once you get to the page, you would circle what month you're doing. You fill in whatever else you want to fill in. I haven't done a whole lot on this front page, but on the days, I started on January 1st here, but I've set my goals. Each day has a slot for 4 different goals. So I've been setting 4 different stitching goals a day, and did awesome these first couple of days. And then I started slacking off. But you can see I'm super proud of myself for still going and still doing this. So, I think I got 17 out of 28 goals complete, last week. And, okay, so 2 weeks ago. Last week, not so good, but that's okay. It's a good way for me to keep track. I set my goals, and I even wrote it on here. Even completing 1 goal a day is great, because just sitting down and stitching and just getting your goal done is enough. One of my goals on Monday is to sit down and set my goals. So I haven't done that yet for this week, so I need to do that, and that'll be one of my goals then. That's how I've been tracking my goals. I've been counting my stitches. I mean, some of those goals will be for me to sit down and stitch for 30 minutes on this, or an hour on that, or 100 stitches on this, or 200 stitches on that. So if it's a count of stitches, I'm counting them. If it's to stitch for an allotted time, I have a habit of picking my phone up whenever it dings. So I'll set a timer, and then I will put that phone all the way across the room, and I will not pay attention, and I will not answer it until my timer goes off. I get up and go get my phone, and my stitching is done. So, okay. This is going to be over an hour long. And it's all me. My husband had a death in his family week ago, in Denver, where we're from. So we did not want to go to the funeral or the services. Too many people. I didn't know if there was going to be a limit out there in Colorado, if we would even be able to go So instead, and his aunt, so it was his cousin that passed away, his aunt is not in the best of health. So we thought that it would be better to go see her socially distanced. We kept our masks on. We didn't get too close to her. But the fact that we just went out there, we drove the 9 hours, we got to her, and we were able to give our condolences in person, meant a lot to both of us. It was a very unexpected passing in a horrible way. So it was a literally 48-hour trip. We drove out there, we stayed for a day, we drove right back. During that day, in a ray of sunshine, I was able to go to a stitching shop in Denver. If you've watched Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, that's her LNS. Was my LNS till I moved out here. I never even knew about it then, though. So, super mad I didn't. But I wasn't stitching then either. So, I did some damage. I did some damage. They have everything. Everything. If there is a pattern that you are having some trouble finding, call them. They don't have a lot of their inventory online. They have too much inventory to catalog and put online. So call them. They're only open to appointments, which means those ladies are there, ready and willing to go and look for and pull, hopefully, whatever it is you're looking for. Call them. Seriously amazing. A stitching shop in Denver, Colorado. I picked up Country Cottage Needleworks Stitching Time. And it says cross stitch, thread, needle, fabric, scissors. I have this vision of having a stitching room someday. We've got a rather large house. Hopefully one of these kids is going to move out, and then I'll have a stitching room. So when I have a stitching room, things like these will be decorating my room. Let's stick with the theme and show you the other one I got that is like that. Yeah. Another Shannon Christine, who I'm obsessed with. This is going to be a pattern, people. Excuse the mess, but I craft here. And it's called Excuse the Mess from Shannon Christine. Loved it, loved it. Country Cottage Needleworks, Let Love Bloom. Look at those bunnies. Can you stop? So I started looking for some cute pink Valentine's Day stuff. Because again, like I said, I was in my niche of Halloween and Harry Potter. So if I'm going to stitch for holidays, let's stitch for the holidays. And fun fact, my birthday is on Valentine's Day, so I'm going to stitch for some Valentine's Day. And here's some more Valentine's Day. Maybe not specifically Valentine's Day, but this is Corey, back to Corey. I don't know what it's called, but it's probably, oh, it is called Strawberry Farm. It just, backwards in the camera, didn't look like strawberry. Probably not specifically Valentine's Day, but screams Valentine's Day to me. Loved it. This is another Corey, back to Corey. This is Easter, and this is the Easter tree. And those, oh, I don't want to take it out of the plastic, but there we go. Those hens. Oh my God. The chickens and the eggs. I probably will not stitch this phrase down there. I'll probably just stitch and then the words up here, Easter tree. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. On a soft pink fabric. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. So let's stick with the Valentine's Day theme. This is Sue Hillis Designs. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's probably going to be huge. Huge. It doesn't say on the back. It's probably on the inside. No, it doesn't say on the back. Okay. Shannon Christine. I've never stitched a marriage sampler kind of a thing, announcement, for my husband and I. I always wanted to, but back when I did my boys' birth announcements, like I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought a kit and I stitched it. I did not know that you could go buy these things anywhere else, or that I would just kept going to Hobby Lobby and just kept looking, and there was nothing ever that I liked, or sometimes just nothing marriage related. I didn't know there were other such avenues. Anyways, so I've been buying a few. One of them will stick eventually, and I will stitch it. It might be this one. It might not. I don't know. Happily ever after. And it says, and they lived happily ever after. And then you would stitch your name and your names and your marriage date. This is a new one from Shannon Christine this year. Maybe. Actually, it's 2019. But, well, whatever. It's new to me. And I've seen people finishing this last Christmas. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So pretty. The rest of these were, they're all Raise the Roof. And they're two complete collections that I already have. Sorry, pardon me. I didn't bring a drink over here with me. Through like freebie bins and stuff like that, I picked up, I think, November and December of these patterns. So now I've got a few more. Still missing some, obviously. But we've got July and August. And then we've got September, October. And May and June. I've been talking a lot. I don't talk this much usually. Crabby, October through December. I think this completes my collection for these. And I just love these because they're just the bad things that you think of each month. That's what this is. And I love it. Crabby. Crabby, October through December. And I love her little designs down here. It's worse if your relatives are zombies. Because see, she's got relatives and she's got zombies. So, yeah. And then the back. Oh, I love it. I love it. She's so creative. I don't know that she is still doing... She's from Shakespeare's Peddler. Yeah. So I don't know if she's still doing Raise the Roof designs. Because these are actually really hard for me to find. And I was surprised, happily surprised that they had some of them there. So like I said, if you are needing something that maybe you're having a hard time finding, give them a call. They've got a ton. I think that's it. Other plans for January are things I can't really show you. I'm model stitching for both the Black Needle Society and Michelle Bendy Stitchy Designs. If you don't know that she's got a Flosstube, I don't know what you're doing here. She's got one in the mail to me, and it's kind of a rush one, so I'm going to get that one done. And then I've got a long, probably all year long model stitch going for the Black Needle Society. So those are always on the back burner. If I pop on here some weeks and I don't have a lot of progress to show on my own stitching, it might just be because I'm stitching there. Let's see if I can wrap this up in 1 minute and we can make it under an hour. As far as schedule goes, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. If for some reason 8 a.m. I'm gonna schedule these to go 8 a.m. every Wednesday morning. I'm very much stick to my schedule. I need a schedule in my life. Everything else is so chaotic that my own life needs to be controlled in such a way. So if there ever happens to be a week that I can't film, which I don't really see happening, but if there happens to be a week I can't film, I will throw together something. Like I took some videos from Stitching Shop this last weekend when I was there. I'll throw together that and I'll throw that up there. There will be content for you to see every week at 8 a.m. Other than that, I think that's all I've got. Episode number 1 hour exactly. Right now, we just hit it. If you're still here, you are probably Connie, and you are a rock star. There's another Flosstube. Count twice, stitch once. Go watch them. So many amazing people in this community. So much love and support and everything else. And I could not be happier to be a part of it. And I have dove in head first. And I'm so excited for things to come. Check me out on the Black Needle Society Flosstube. Check me out on Instagram. Athena X Stitches on Instagram, and I think I'm like really close to 1,200 followers. Sometimes once I hit those 100 marks, I do giveaways. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know if I will this time. I might do some giveaways here. I don't know. Stay tuned. What do they say? Like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can see all my content. I feel like, oh my god, my kids are probably standing outside the door laughing at me. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm going to cut this off. I will see you guys next week for Flosstube number 2, and we're going to keep that one a lot shorter than this one, hopefully. Bye.